Well, good afternoon, everybody, and happy Monday. Welcome to North Pole Happy Hour Live today it is I, Phineas T. Elf, producer Angela, and we have a special guest, Santa David.
Hello, everybody.
Santa David is the gentleman that I work with every season, and I am blessed to have him join us on the show today because Bob is still traveling back from Cincinnati, and Randall is still battling the illness that he's been fighting for the past couple of weeks. But he is home, he's out of the hospital, but he just needs some more time to recover. So, welcome, David. Thank you for joining us today.
It's great to be here today, Phineas. I've been looking forward to doing this. I was so happy when you called and asked me if I could be available today. So it's great to be here with you and Angela. Finally, get to actually see Angela.
Yay!
Yeah. And how are you today, Angela? Things
I'm
are going
great.
okay?
Doing good. Yes. Doing great. Thank you.
Uh,
How are y'all doing?
yeah. I'm doing okay. I am doing quite well. It is a partly cloudy day here in Canada. It's about 74 degrees, but with humidity, it feels like 84. So it's kind
A
of a
beautiful day.
sticky, warmish day, but otherwise, it's a nice breeze. And
A beautiful day.
so, yep, just a beautiful day. And we're glad to hear that Bob and Carol are well on their way. They are just outside of Jackson, Tennessee, where I do believe they're going to spend the night and have a good, restful evening after a busy weekend in Cincinnati with the Wondrous Woman of Christmas conference. And hopefully they'll get home safely sometime tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
And speaking of people who are on the road for the Wondrous Women of Christmas, we also have a message from Santa B. And I do believe he has a special friend with him as well. And they took a video as they were traveling home from Cincinnati as well. So please roll the video, Angela, if you can.
Do it.
Good morning. Guess where we are? Oh, my goodness. Oh, and happy day, my friends. Santa B here with you again today. And today, Scott and I, we're in Santa Claus, Indiana. And it was an awesome moment when the two of us were heading back home, coming from the Wondrous Women of Christmas conference, exhausted, totally worn out, up at 4 o'clock this morning on the road. Two grown men see Santa Claus, Indiana coming up. We gotta stop. We gotta get there. So we are here, and they're gonna give us a little tour of the museum here in a second. We've got the Santa Claus Church, and back in the back, the Santa Claus statue.
And the post office is behind Martin if he wants to swing around. That's our cameraman today and show you the post office. Well,
look at that. Full circle. Welcome to the very first Elf Knit Ram Cam. So, hey, guys, I just wanted to stop and say, we miss you. We're glad to be back home, getting back home later today, and back in studio and our regular stuff come next week.
TNL on the road once again.
TNL on the road, Santa B, Santa Scott, be blessed, be well.
We love you.
Love you all.
So there you go. There was Santa B and Santa Scott, who you all know from Tuesday Night Live as a sometimes host and also co-producer of the show, as well as North Pole Cornerstone. So glad to see they're well on their way heading home, and hopefully not up to too many shenanigans as they're heading home. So I will keep my fingers crossed that they will continue to behave themselves. And it looks like we've got quite an early crew here coming in, so good to see. John Schnagelberger from Colorado is logged in, and good afternoon to you, John, and hoping all is well. AJ, as always, has joined us. Hello, AJ, hoping you are well, and hoping Connie as well, your mom, is doing fine. The Vineyard Santa has joined us on YouTube, as has Bill Coates, so good to see you as well. Hello, Charlie from Michigan. Good to see you. Hoping all is well.
Looks like Mike joined us there too, Mike or Phineas.
Good. Good, good. Kane Smith has joined us. Hello, Kane. Hoping all is well with you. And Ron Gooler, I did share the link for YouTube if you wanted to watch on YouTube. So yes, we are on YouTube, and hopefully it is live streaming. It was coming up cleanly when I checked it. So hopefully it will be there for you. So yes, we are definitely on YouTube as well. So hopefully you can find us there. So just follow the link I added to you. So welcome, everybody. Hoping you're all having a good day. Hoping you have a good weekend. And to all of our Canadian friends on Wednesday, wishing you a very happy Canada Day. And to our American friends, hoping the week leading up to the 4th of July is a good time for you. So welcome, everybody. And just got notification from Kane that the YouTube is running smoothly. So I will rejoice for that. So great. Thank you very much for sharing, Kane.
All good.
Yep.
You know what? YouTube is always running smoothly. I never have
That
any
is good.
with YouTube. It's always this
Yeah.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook seems to be the picky one. So glad to see that it is running too from what I can see. So that's good.
Yes.
Kevin Martin has joined us from Iowa. Hello, Kevin. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. So,
And the
we are
birthday
grateful.
boy is joining us.
Birthday boy has joined us there too. What, Phineas?
Happy birthday to you.
Yes.
Wishing Kevin Scarf a very happy birthday. He is currently in Toronto with a good friend of his. So thank you for joining us, even though you are out and about and enjoying the city and spending time with a friend. So always blessed to have you join us. And Jenny Lynn and Santa Carlucci have joined us as well. So hello to you two. Hoping all is well in Minnesota. So
You're good with remembering where everybody lives.
That Phineas is a great memory.
Yes, it is.
But yes, it is. Well, I do believe it is time for our appetizer. So let us run the introduction to the Elf Appetizer.
Let's get into that burger.
Well now, that's not just a burger, that's a statement. Welcome to the Elf Appetizer, where we get straight to the meat of the hot topics. Stop drooling, fellas, we're just getting started. We stack it high, truth, humor, a little heat, and we don't nibble around the edges. So pull up a chair, loosen that belt, and let's take a real bite out of this thing. Let's carve into it.
So today's Elf Appetizer, given that we've been dealing with getting backup plans for today's show, as well as last week's show, I decided that we should talk about the fact that as performers, we often have those unexpected occurrences happen during our busy season. So as performers, we must plan for just about everything during the holiday season. Do you have a backup plan if you are unable to make a gig, either due to being double booked or due to illness? How do you handle situations where you are unable to make a gig or an appointment? So something to think about that. How do you handle, say you get sick during the season? Do you have a backup plan, or do you have a way of handling that and making sure that you don't let the believers down? So let's see what everybody has to say.
Yeah, no, Phineas, we've been pretty fortunate. We haven't had maybe just one. I think we just had that one instance where we didn't realize and we had a double booking, and we were just fortunate that we had a fellow that we had been working with or that we knew of that was looking to start into being Santa Claus, and even though he didn't have a suit, we were able to outfit him with one of the suits that I had that was an extra, and he was able to fill in for us, and we were able to handle the two gigs that we had at the same time. We were fortunate.
Yeah, we were really lucky. We decided which gig that David was definitely needed at, and made sure that they got Santa David. And then I was able to help the other Santa Drew, at the the gig that we had him at, and then quickly rushed over to be there to support David as well. And we were lucky that we had that opportunity, and we were lucky that Drew was so willing to dive in and trust us that he could do the gig that we set him up for, and he had as much fun. And he's been a Santa ever since for the past 5 years afterwards.
Exactly.
So,
yeah,
bravo to him.
And I think that kind of works pretty good for us now too, Phineas. You know, we meet with our group of fellows that we meet with on Friday mornings, and we have that group of fellows, and usually if something comes up and it's not a gig that we can handle, we can kind of mention it to them and see if we've got somebody there, because those are fellows that we know we can trust. That they do a good job, you know, because we've had that opportunity to work with them and talk with them, and we know what their clause is all about.
Yep. And if we do get a specialized gig that we know will need a certain type of skill set or something like that, we're able to select from the fellows who are best able to handle that as well, just to make sure that we put the right person in contact with the right event, and that way everybody's cared for properly and they don't feel like they're going to miss out from the holiday magic. So
exactly.
We're very lucky. We're very lucky.
Oh yeah, we're blessed.
So AJ says that he asks another Santa in his area if they aren't booked, could they do the event for him? So that's again, that is what a lot of us do, for sure. Thankfully, touch wood, we haven't had any illnesses or anything that have prevented us from doing something last minute. But if we do, once again, we've got the call list of Santas and other performers that we can ask to help fill in for ourselves when necessary. So we are very lucky. It's all about building community, all about building relationships with other Santas and Christmas performers in your area. So give yourself lots of opportunity.
I think it's
Kane Smith. Go ahead, David.
I think it's important for us also to, you know, make sure that the photographers are aware, or the people that we work with are aware that we are out there, yes, and that they book us in lots of time early. I know we had several calls late. A couple of days. I had 3 calls last year that were the night before, and they already had booked full sessions for the Saturday. Called on the Friday night and we need a Santa tomorrow. Well, you're a little late. So if you can share your information, if you know your photographers that you're working with, make sure they know that you are available and you're ready to go.
Yep. So Kane Smith says he's not going to lie. He doesn't really have a backup plan. He does have a Santa friend that he suggested to clients for gigs that he was unable to take. And he's blindly hoping that he will be my go-to guy if I ever need one. Well, Kane, I will hope for that as well and keep my fingers crossed that A, you don't have to use them in an emergency, and B, that if there is, God forbid, that type of situation, that he will be there for you. Santa Ron Guler says, I've got several friends from the Forbes group in California I can call upon, the Central California Claus Ambassadors. So again, Santa Ron, good to see that you have a community of folks that you're able to rely upon, and you see them as a definite help rather than a hindrance or competition. So, bravo for that.
I see Sean White. She says, "Lucky I was able to meet with the children solo. Santa was sick. Luckily, this has only happened once."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it only takes once to happen. Then you realize you really have to have something ready to go.
Yep. Don Weinreis regrets that he doesn't have a backup. He is the backup for some of his fellow Santas. Well, thank you, Don, for doing that. And hopefully that you don't ever require a backup, but at some point, if you do, hopefully that they will reciprocate the opportunity. So,
see,
John...
Santa Jerry says, last year having heart surgery, I lost my whole season. It was hard sometimes to get people filled in as Santa. My local Santa Claus group, Gateway Santa Claus family, filled a whole bunch of them for me. It was great to have a backup bunch of people to help me out.
So glad to hear that, Jerry. Yep, so glad to hear that, and hopefully this year will be less eventful for you health-wise. John Schnagelberger notes that his network in Colorado has kind of collapsed, so I'm not sure what will happen if I go down or overstretch myself. Hopefully you'll be able to take care of yourself, John, and hope you'll find someone in Colorado that will be able to support you. So by all means. Kane Smith says for his very first year, the only gig he had scheduled was the local parade. Turns out he had to have major surgery in November, so he had to find a replacement. He didn't have a beard or suit, but I do keep a cheap glue-on beard, and I let him borrow my suit. Well, that is great, Kane. Always good to have a backup to your backup plan.
And Don Weinreis says, as I'm getting older, I don't take on as many visits as I once did, so I'm able to fill in should I be needed. So it's nice to know that he can be a backup for wherever Don's scheduled.
Yep, that's great to hear, Don. That's always wonderful. And that's something that a lot of folks do need to begin considering as they're getting older and just slowing down, whether or not they can slow down or need to slow down at that point. And just think about how retirement could look for them, or at least semi-retirement. Sue Radloff in Michigan says that they have an awesome group here in Michigan. Yes, they do, the Michigan Association of Professional Santas. And she also has a smaller group locally, so I'm sure I could reach out to someone if I can't make a job as Mrs. Claus. Well, that is good to hear, Sue. But the Michigan crew is a good group of people and a good close-knit community, and I'm sure there are lots of opportunities for folks to back each other up. So.
That helps, that's for sure.
Yep. The Vineyard Santa says his first event being this July 25th for Christmas in July. I'm really hoping that I don't need a backup. Oh, you're going to take care of yourself and make sure that you keep yourself hydrated and take care during the summer months and not get overstretched. So that's good. And Deanna Golden's joining us. Hello, Deanna. Hoping all is well and that you are having a good time in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan this summer. So,
there we go. We've had some pretty good responses, Phineas.
Yes, we have. So, but it seems to be that the main response that everybody is having is the fact that they are have created communities for themselves in their local areas or their greater state areas, and that they have a group of people that they know that they can call upon in hopes of finding a fill-in. I know that we have filled in for a number of Santas on a couple of occasions in the past, so lots of opportunities there. So we've been pretty blessed that, touch wood, we haven't had to do too much aside from the one issue. So that is good.
There's one. Hello, Paul.
Oh, good.
Hello, Paul.
Thank you for watching on YouTube.
Thank you for watching on YouTube, Paul. Yeah, Facebook is being kind of touchy these days, so it is what it is. So, but good to see you. Hoping you and Arlene are doing well. So, well, I guess that is it. Deanna is heading back after the weekend with Bob and Scott and Carol at the Wondrous Women of Christmas Conference. Well, hoping you have a safe journey from Cincinnati to the Upper Peninsula. That's going to be a nice drive. So, well, I guess that will be it for today's conversation.
Santa community is good and strong, though, Phineas.
Yep.
That we hang together as a community and we can count on each other and look to each other when we know we're going to need some help.
Yep, and that's what's important. And speaking of the Santa community, let us thank one of our sponsors, Santa's Closet. Once again, we'd like to thank Wade and Scarlett at santascloset.org. They are the purveyors of wonderful props and outfit items for Santas and Mrs. Clauses and other Christmas performers. And we're also thanking them for their support of Tuesday Night Live TNL Network Productions and the show. And today's trivia question, the Sleigh Bell Brain Teaser, is for a gift package from Santa's Closet. And we will need both the answer and the letter. And so the first Christmas song broadcast from outer space, what was it? Was it A, Deck the Halls, B, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, C, Jingle Bells, or D, Silent Night? What was the first Christmas song broadcast from outer space? A, Deck the Halls, B, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, C, Jingle Bells, and D, Silent Night. So, and that was the first song broadcast from outer space.
Then, for the Clause and Effect bonus round, the question is, when did this broadcast happen? When did this broadcast happen? Which name is going to go into the hat for the scholarship to NPC 2027? So, again, the question is, when did this broadcast happen? And there's 4 answers possible. A, December 16th, 1965. B, December 22nd, 1968. C, December 15th, 1972. Or D, December 3rd, 1973.
And real quick, just in case anybody is wondering, Charlie Johnson, you are out of timeout today, so you are free to play.
And the bonus round for our Phineas bonus round, once again, this will get your name entered on the Wheel of Destiny for North Pole Cornerstone's 2027 scholarship is, how was this song played? And once again, I will highly recommend that it is the first Christmas song broadcast from outer space. So
this is a good one, Phineas.
It is. And if we do get your response for the Sleigh Bell Brain Teaser, we will need your mailing address and your T-shirt size, and you will need to send that to to either Angela or Bob by private message. So thank you very much. And once again, we're thankful for Wade and Scarlett at santascloset.org, as well as North Pole Cornerstones. So thank you very much. So it looks like we're getting some answers.
Oh, yeah. Looks like the things are coming in here.
Yep. That is good. And let us play the North Pole Cornerstones video. Thank you very much to North Pole Cornerstones. North Pole Cornerstones happening February 18th to 21st, 2027 in Oklahoma City North, Edmond, Oklahoma, being held at the Hilton Garden Inn and Conference Center in Edmond, Oklahoma. 4 days of some of the best Christmas education, Christmas performance education in beautiful Oklahoma City, brought to you by NorthPoleCornerstones.com. And if you go to NorthPoleCornerstones.com, there is the chance for multiple multiple scholarships, including a scholarship from Santa Randall Checker Lee. There's also for Canadians who are interested in improving their skills and upping their education. The Santa Larry Lance Memorial Scholarship is also there for North Pole Cornerstones, as well as the scholarships offered here on Tuesday Night Live Productions, on Monday Happy Hour, as well as Cherry Hill Productions is offering. So there are 6 opportunities for scholarships that will cover your tuition at North Pole Cornerstones. Coming up in August 1st to 2nd, 2026, in Saginaw, Michigan, is the Red Suit Conclave. Registration is live. You just need to go to michigansantas.regfox.com, and you can log in and register for the Red Suit Conclave. And once again, it is Santa Randall's favorite 4-letter F word. It is free. All you need to do is pay for your hotel and meals at the Red Suit Conclave. And coming up in July in Niagara Falls, Canada, is the Santa Congress from July 20th to 23rd. Niagara Falls, Canada. Just go to santacongress.ca and you can register there for either the full 4-day experience or the July 20th Education and Information Day, which will feature storytellers, business courses, as well as Santa Bruce Kodovich and myself helping to bring some educational opportunities to Christmas performers everywhere. So lots of opportunities to learn between now and the end of the year. So looking forward to that. So
you and I have attended the Red Suit Conclave, Phineas. We had a lot of fun when we went there.
Yes, we did. Yes, we
Great
did.
conversation. Great conversation. Lots of
and it's in a beautiful.
Yeah.
Yep, lots of education and a beautiful area in Saginaw, Michigan. It's a great facility, and again, it's free, so you can't argue with that. So
great place to maybe sharpen your craft a little bit. We can deepen your connections with the Santa Claus community, and you're going to know you're going to be surrounded by other Santas and other Christmas performers that get the magic. So
yep.
It's a great event to go to.
Yep. Okay. I think it's time we begin digging deeper.
Alrighty.
Okay, so this digging deeper, Angela, can you bring David up as well, please? Because no problem, no problem. It's all good. So. And here we go. Oh, John, you don't want to morph the two of us together. That would be kind of frightening. Yeah. Phineas Santa.
There we go.
There we go. It's not perfect, but it will work. Yep. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to bring Santa David up is because my North Pole is his North Pole. And we are blessed to be able to create the vision for our North Pole together. And we are also blessed to have someone that we work with regularly at pretty much every single event that we do together as a partnership.
Exactly.
And so you can imagine that oftentimes Santa gets asked, "Who is this big ugly elf, and how do you know him, and why is he here?" And so I figure the best person to answer that question is Santa himself. So
Um,
Santa, when you get asked who's Phineas and why is he there with you, what do you say?
I explained that Phineas, well, he's not your standard elf. He is a very, very special elf. Because he is a little bit bigger, that makes him extra helpful for Mrs. Claus and I. He does so many of the things that just wouldn't get done because he's got that size and he's able to look after things for us. He looks after making sure we have enough wood in the cabin so that we keep everything warm, and then he makes sure that the reindeer are all cleaned up and looked after. There's so much he does that is of value with his size. And that's what's important for us to have a Phineas as part of our team.
And then, when asked why Phineas is there with Santa, Phineas will often say that we are trying a new reindeer, and we're giving a test flying a new reindeer. We are test flying a new sleigh, and making sure that it is going to be a smooth ride for Santa on Christmas Eve,
Mhm.
or that I am working on enhancing the reindeer's harnesses, but typically it's usually well, last season we had kind of a bumpy ride with the sleigh and some of the runners got damaged on one of the landings, so I'm making sure that the runners are smooth and well cared for, because we don't want any of your toys getting hurt and we don't want Santa getting hurt. and
Exactly.
so and so that way we are able to explain why Phineas is there, Phineas's relationship with Santa, and why Santa brings Phineas with him on these events that we're at, just to make sure that we have an answer. And then
Exactly.
when asked,
Those aspects that Phineas does are worked into our presentation, where we will tell a story around the sleigh, or we'll tell a story around the reindeer. Everything ties together. It all has to meld together really nicely. So the fact that what Phineas does, how he does it, and then how that relates to what he's out doing for us at the North Pole. And it's fun.
yep. And then if we're adding something new, we always make sure that we talk to each other. Hey, look, I'd like to add this aspect to our story. What do you think? Is this something that we can run with? And so it is a conversation. And sometimes, every so often, you get a prompt from a child or a believer, and we look at each other and we just smile and kind of nod at each other, and whoever got that prompt will run with it, and that way we'll know kind of where we're going to be going. But it's always a surprise, and it's always kind of fun, especially if it's something outrageous that a child says to Santa or something like that, as to why the elf is 5'8" and weighs 250 pounds when elves are supposed to be small.
Yeah.
So
And those,
you
and those
never know what you're going to
conversations
get.
those conversations are ongoing all through the year. I mean, just because the season is finished doesn't mean that our work is finished. I mean, it's not long after we finish in December, Phineas, that we're back at it. Okay, now this is what we've done, and we reevaluate what we've used for this year. What do we start thinking? Usually that first week in January, second week in January, we start thinking about what we're going to be doing next year so that we can make sure that we have everything that we need to get us through next year's program, because most of our clients are indicating that they're coming back. I mean, we have a
Yep.
very high retention rate. We're over 95% retention rate. So we have to make sure that we know what we're doing, and planning that far ahead just makes it easier.
John Schnagelberger asked, "Do we find it easier to improv because of our backstory?" Santa, what do you think?
I think it does. Uh, when a child asks a question, if you've got that backstory clear in your mind, you can still add some improv to it to make it that much more real and that much more important, and really help that child to believe that that's what's happening. It can't be a delayed answer. So the improv, yes, has to happen quickly. You have to really think on your feet.
I tend to treat the backstory as sort of the framework and the foundation upon what we build. If uh, Santa says something really interesting and funny during when he's going off on answering a question and improvising something, I carry a notebook with me, and as soon as we're done the event, I will write down that part of the story so we can revisit it, because it was, it was something that just sort of, hey, that's really good, and it was unexpected. So, and I know there have been times in the car where Santa elbows me and goes, "You need to remember this. You need to remember this because that was really good." So we write it down, and then, as he said, when we go over at the end of the season or early in the new year, we then begin adding them to our canon, our permanent backstory. So it's always good. So lots of opportunity. Thank you for the compliment, Sean. That's really nice. I try to be fun and different because I don't look good in tunic, and you don't want to see my legs in tights. Spandex on this body is not a
No,
good thing. No,
no,
so
not a
so.
pretty second.
But the other question is that why is Phineas so caring and indebted to Santa? And because Phineas is such a big elf, yes, he was born to elf parents, but at the same time, he's a big boy, and elves are small. And so, long story short, is that Phineas needed to be taken care of by the two human-sized people at the North Pole. And who are they? Santa and Mrs. Claus.
No.
So while Phineas had elf parents, Santa and Mrs. Claus took over the more practical side of raising this young elf, because Santa and Mrs. Claus didn't want Phineas's mom and dad getting hurt. So they were sort of adoptive parents to Phineas, and Phineas treats them like his parents as much as he can. So, yes, he's an elf, but at the same time, the North Pole is one big family, and it just so happened that everybody pitches in to make sure everybody's welcome and treated well at the North Pole and has a good chance. So he was cared for by Santa and Mrs. Claus when necessary. So, and that also develops how our relationship is, because, Phineas will sometimes call Santa boss, but at the same time, it's sort of like, hey, yeah, I'm helping my dad out, and that's kind of the situation.
We're fortunate, seeing as we work together so much, Phineas. It just makes our backstory easier for us to work through. And when it does come to doing some improv, it's so much fun because we can make it work together, and we can play off of each other. We play off of each other well, which makes it so much more fun.
Um, when we do our live hits on Facebook Live from the North Pole, such as when Santa loans Phineas to the Easter Bunny and Phineas becomes a bunny, or some of the other stuff, often I joke that it's just we wind each other up and just let each other go. And
Yeah.
because we have the history of working together now for nearly 10 years, we've known each other for 35 years, and we've got a set backstory, and the backstory is growing and evolving. We're able to just work together, and when we click in to the roles, it just works well. Paul Anders said, knowing the backstory and working together make the interaction flow seamlessly. And yes, we try to do that as best as we can. So,
Yeah, exactly. It's great when it comes together.
yeah. I love being able to set Santa up for something just by leading him on in the conversation, and just like it's like serving up a volleyball and he can spike it home, because it's collaboration. If I make Santa look good, I'll look good, and if Santa makes Phineas look good, Santa will look amazing. So that's the best part. So but yeah, so
It's a team effort.
it's a team effort. We're building a story collaboratively. Yes, there have been headbutts, but it's also, we understand that it's for the greater good, that we need to work together and create something that we're both comfortable with as our North Pole. So it's all just collaborative storytelling and creative play, and it's a good time.
Play is the most important part.
Yep. And the main thing is that we are able to work together, even if we're 20 feet apart. I'm on the head of the line, Santa's in the throne working the line. I can set something up that the child will bring to Santa, or the adult will bring to Santa, and Santa will know exactly what Phineas was talking about. And because, and that just makes everything work well. And then also knowing where Santa is going with one of his stories, I can plant in that, the two children, who it's the first time I've ever seen them, but I know their name is Bobby and Sue. Bobby got a bike last Christmas and Susie got a Barbie doll, and they were really happy that Santa brought them the bike and the Barbie doll. And I can communicate the names, the toys, and everything to Santa right in front of them, and they will know that Santa knows who they are and what they got for Christmas without.
Exactly. Yeah, it
Yeah.
feeds me. It feeds me, and it's like all of a sudden the kids, he knows, he is real.
Yep.
He is the real guy, and that just helps us create that magical moment. So when the children leave, they leave in wonder, going, "Wow, he is the
And
guy."
then when the adults leave, they have in the back of the mind that maybe he is really Santa.
Oh, so
And
many
that's all
times,
we do.
adults have come back and said, I really believe again. And that's just the greatest compliment we could ever get, is that
Yeah.
an adult is coming back to us and saying, well, yes, I believe. I do believe. I do believe. It's just amazing. It's one of the
So, and
best.
that's what it is. So that is how creating a backstory, even though, we may not be working side by side at the same time, but at the same time, we are working together. We've got a common backstory. I can say something as Phineas, David can say something as Santa, and we will be supporting each other because we have created consistent backstory that is a foundation of everything we do as a performance, and the framework upon which we hang all of our holiday magic on. So, exactly. Well, thank you very much for listening. Hoping everybody has a good afternoon, and we will run the first of our advertisements. Thank you.
Ho, 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 ho!
Shop Thermo Apparel. They're wonderful. They're fantastic. And for the coolest of cool Santas or Easter bunnies, remember Thermo Apparel.
Don't just be cool as an attitude. Keep cool, literally.
Thermo Apparel. Be cool.
Ho, 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 ho!
Since 1948, one suit defined Santa. Designed by Charles W. Howard and worn by the world-famous Santa Claus School. Worn for presidents, movies, parades, and the most magical moments in families' lives. This is not a costume, but finely tailored, hand-sewn clothing made in the USA. With expert cleaning, restoration, and storage services available, Santa and Company LLC makes Santa magical.
Well, thank you very much to Therm Apparel and Santa and Company LLC for supporting the Tuesday Night Live Network, and Monday happy hour. That we are really grateful that you have supported us. And as David and I just did our segment together, we will be also thanking in advance King Risk Partners and Caboose. So thank you very much for your support of TNL Network Live and North Pole Happy Hour. And once again, thank you very much to Larry Talbert at King Risk Partners and the folks at Caboose, makers of fine footwear for Santas, elves, Mrs. Clauses, cowboys, and clowns everywhere. So thank you very much for your support of TNL Networks and North Pole Happy Hour. So, Angela, do we have winners?
We have winners.
Yay! So for the first question, what was the first Christmas song broadcast from outer space? That song, of course, was Jingle Bells. And who was the lucky person who got that answer?
Mr. John Schnegelberger.
Congratulations, John. You will be, hopefully you can send in your mailing address and T-shirt size to Angela so we can get the items from Santa's Closet out to you as soon as possible.
And super chat money, since I just shouted him out. You owe me super chat money.
Woohoo!
You're back in timeout, mister.
And the Clause and Effect bonus round. When did this broadcast happen? The answer, of course, is A, December 16th, 1965. It was one of the early Gemini missions. And who answered that question, Angela?
The same fella.
Mr. Schnegelberger, congratulations. You have been entered onto the Wheel of Destiny for the entry into North Pole Cornerstones 2027. So enjoy that. And the Phineas bonus round. This one was a good one because I did see one answer that got it 100% correct.
Yes. The winner.
And who was that? And who is the winner?
Kane Smith.
And Mr. Kane Smith got it that, yes, it was played on a smuggled harmonica and small set of sleigh bells. So congratulations, Kane. That is great. So there you go. And yes, John, you are back in timeout. We'll put the Corona shame around your neck next time we see you. So.
And Santa Jerry, yes, you did answer it first correctly, but you're still in timeout for, I think, another 2 weeks. So I'm so sorry. But you said money for me. Thank you. Yes, money for me.
So that is great. We need to send Angela money to make sure that we can get her even the bestest computer possible because she does such an amazing job for us. We are so grateful for her holding down the fort while Bob and Scott are off jet setting around North America. So we're so grateful for you, Angela. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And speaking of supporting the Tuesday Night Live Network programs, we'd like to thank Cherry Hill Programs, Santa Central, and Jessica Lamb.
Oh, hi. I'm Santa's official photographer, a name given to me by the Christmas community, but you can call me Jessica. For 35 years, I've been a portrait photographer, specializing in children and family. But here lately, I've been focusing on creating artistic images of Santa, Mrs. Claus, and their Christmas elves. What starts off as a simple photograph is transformed into a digital masterpiece. This isn't just photography. It's an exchange where the performer steps fully into their role, immersed in a real-life theatrical set where together we bring that story to life. If you're ready to elevate your presence with images that truly stand out, visit holidayphotomagic.com.
Thank you once again to the ladies at Santa Central Cherry Hill Programs. We are so greatly appreciative of all the support you do for the Claus community and TNL Productions. And thank you to Jessica Lamb, an amazing photographer and creative person. She offers full digital suites and also printing as well. Her stuff is amazing. If you're in the St. Louis, Missouri area and want superlative session with a photographer who gets Christmas performance, go to Jessica Lamb. Well, thank you very much for joining us on Monday. I see Kane Smith is already checking out because he's got to get ready for work. And we are so grateful. Bill Stockwell, thank you for the commentary. Thank you very much to Santa David for joining us and being a wonderful co-host. I finally got you on as a co-host, and I'm so happy you could work with you because I love working with you on the regular, and it's always an honor and a privilege to have you with us. So thank you.
Thank you for having me on, Mike. And Angela, thank you so much for having me on today to fill in. I had a great time, and I really enjoy doing this. So thank you so much.
It was a pleasure having you, David. Thank you so much.
And once again, thank you very much to producer Angela for making things work and just being so amazing. This show would not happen without her. Actually, all of Tuesday Night Live Network would not happen without her. Up tonight, we have the Claus Connect with Sean White, and actually one of our regular viewers, Don Weinreis, is our special guest for tonight. So tune in at 6 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern at the Claus Connection here on TNL Network Productions, and join Sean, Angela, and Don Weinreis, and they're going to be talking about Christmas books and literature. So don't forget to watch all of the 2026 family of shows on TNL Networks. Tune in, kick up your heels, and join in the fun, all powered by TNL Network Productions, a.k.a. Angela. We're great to have you join us. It's been a wonderful time. Do we have any further comments from either of you?
No.
Thank you again for having me. Keep everything tidy, keep your boots polished, your laughter genuine, and your heart fully present.
Thank you very much. Wishing everybody a good week and a happy and safe holiday season, as it's Canada Day in Canada on Wednesday, and the 4th of July is coming up this weekend. So wishing everybody a happy and safe Independence Day, and have a safe, long weekend. So thank you very much and enjoy. Bye.
See y'all later on the Claus Connect. Hearts for Randall. Love you, Randall.
Love you, Randall.
Hopefully, safe journeys to Bob and Carol, and hopefully Randall has a pleasant and rapid recovery. We're keeping you in our thoughts and prayers, Randall.
All right. Goodbye.